In today's debate, we will explore the effects of artificial intelligence. Our discussion will centre on how AI impacts job opportunities, considering both favourable and concerning aspects. A good introduction, right? It was written by artificial intelligence and took 4 seconds. Meanwhile, I was trying to find the right word for about 20 minutes. Artificial intelligence, or AI, refers to the simulation of human intelligence in machines that are programmed to mimic human behaviour. AI has become an everyday topic of discussion in today's society. It's scary, exciting, and intimidating all at once.
Imagine a world where AI rules over us, dictating our laws, our health, and our freedom. In this imagined future, AI is everywhere, and it's taking our careers. A report published by Goldman Sachs tells us that by 2030, only 6 years away into that imagined future, generative AI could expose the equivalent of 300 million full-time jobs to automation. That's 300 million. What could happen next would, in theory, affect any one of us. Job displacement leads to slower economic growth. Research conducted by the American Economic Association shows that after a person's job has been displaced, he or she could face an average of 25% a year in long-term losses, even a full decade after displacement. Job displacement, and in turn, economic decline, are just the tip of the iceberg. And it can be argued that AI without regulation is a threat to our careers.
While that is a valid concern, we do need to consider the other side. The World Economic Forum says that the most in-demand skills required by future employers are still the ones in which humans, rather than AI, excel. Creative thinking, resilience, flexibility and agility, self-awareness, curiosity. Attributes like compassion, kindness, and empathy are useful in many professions, like for doctors and teachers. One thing that makes humans unique is our sensitivity to complex social cues, an ability that, for now at least, AI does not have. Additionally, we need to view AI as a new tool for future development. 100 years ago, the camera was a fairly new development, whose potential was not fully understood. Today, photography via our smartphones is a helpful and enjoyable part of our everyday lives. With further development, AI could become a similarly celebrated and useful outlet. Furthermore, AI may bring positive effects for the global economy. The McKinsey Global Institute tells us that AI may deliver an additional economic output of around $13 trillion by 2030. AI could well serve as a new tool that might pose some initial threats to the labour market, but could also bring a lot of positives, like boosting the economy and creativity in the workplace. So overall, it may bring greater benefit than harm.
All this may be well and good, but AI is also a threat to jobs due to the widespread bias and inequality that may occur as a result of it. The origin of the bias is derived from the alleged gender imbalance in this area, as documented by the Alan Turing Institute, and the consequent effect on socio-economic disparity. According to a global research developer study carried out by Statista in 2022, the vast majority of developers are male, accounting for 91.88%. Should we really be allowing our already male-dominated world to continue to portray mainly the views of men? Additionally, we believe that AI without regulation may not only be a huge threat to jobs, but to humanity's creative output. A recent study showed that generative AI could potentially automate 26% of work tasks in the arts, media, design, entertainment, and sports sectors. And this is only what the experts have predicted so far. AI has the potential to change our world in ways we cannot predict, posing threats we may not be able to anticipate.
It could be, though. These scaremongering views come about because so many people believe, incorrectly, that it is more cost-effective for companies to replace human workers with AI. This is not necessarily true. The UK Information Commissioner's Office highlights that AI requires vast amounts of personal data, which could be misaligned with data protection regulations. Furthermore, ongoing research indicates that the continued development and ultimate establishment of AI in the workplace requires vast amounts of funding, and, once in place, requires frequent monitoring and updates, which in turn makes it less cost-effective. Additionally, artificial intelligence tools such as ChatGPT are only as reliable as their source material, which, in many cases, is the often notoriously undependable internet. While we realize artificial intelligence can be an effective tool, it does require humans to fact-check information and back up material, especially when there are such high-stakes, reliant customers and clients. One conclusion that could be drawn, then, is that misinformation and data issues are important factors that may prevent AI from being a threat in the workplace.
If I had to summarize these thoughts, I would note that some see AI as a threat to their jobs, a narrative that is sometimes reinforced by the media. We know that AI can be biased, can cause job displacement, and can be a safety concern. And yet, it is undeniable that AI has the potential to enrich our society. What is certain is that clearer policies, information sharing, and education relating to the uses of AI can only serve to help us use it to our advantage. Perhaps deploying those human skills of curiosity, creative thinking, and resilience, among others, would be a good place to start. Thank you.